Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Done. 120.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the 40 now on second down. Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that's complete. It's Watson. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
Done. 3.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun. Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll try the right side with Bell. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Bell. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. He's got the hook up with Conley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Hey, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready. Hey,
here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Now Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jordan Howard. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And an alley to run. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Running with Howard. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Hey, take that.
On 3rd down, here comes Barber. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
61, matchbox lights. 56 to Mike. 56.
They'll try it now with Barber. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Now a first down carry by Bell. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got his man. That's Landry. A good pickup there, a 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing now is Wentz. A screen to Bell. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Here we go. Hey, empty.
From the red zone now, Wentz. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Justin Watson, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Prater to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run with Howard. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 3rd and 10. Got it. Back 25. Mike. He don't know no better.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A second quarter score from Carson. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Now Wentz, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And able to find Conley. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Wentz now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
No, check that. We're Mike 52. Hey, Will.
Again, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Boswell good with the extra point. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They go with Howard again. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On third down, Howard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On the give, running right is Howard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Once again, it's Barber. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They go counter with Howard, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
51, jump!
Again, it's Howard. And always going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
On 2nd down, Samuels. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Staying on the ground with Samuels. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Here we go. Waiting!
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They go back to the ground. This time, Barber. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Justin Houston on the stop. A gain of 2 on the play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, it's Howard. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. 39. Mike 56, Mike 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 20, 20. Safety.
On fourth down, it's Howard. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Jordan Howard unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught here by Conley. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Wentz. Caught here by Bell. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
54, South! Show it up! Show it up! Space, space! Mike, 56, right there, 56. Come on.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, they might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, Bell so light on his feet. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now Bell. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Henderson now on 1st and 10. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll go again with Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And a costly one there, as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, You do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Mario Addison in on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. And Watson has it right side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
Great 15, great 15.
Check, check. Flag down.
Great 15, great 15.
To throw is Wentz. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll run on first down. It's Bell. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 16 yards, a first down. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Wentz to throw. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Raiders, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.